What is good, y'all? Vare here, and we back for another video. This is gonna be a different type of video. I don't think I've ever done like a newsletter video, but I've heard a lot of people talking about this on the timeline. I literally just woke up, I opened Twitter, and everybody in the mom was freaking out about it. I like skimmed it, and it looks like some very promising things. So I'm gonna give you guys my reaction to this, and basically discuss it with you guys. So yeah, Legends newsletter, future character abilities and addressing how battles are experienced. So I've heard some good things. Okay, so I'm expecting not a lot, but all right. Thank you for your continued support of Dragon Ball Legends. Dragon Ball Legends will be celebrating its 7th anniversary this year in May. Yeah, remember, it's always at the end of May, so you guys have like a month to save. So just if you any banners drop in April, just skip it. I don't care if it's your favorite character. Just wait until anniversary, see what that is, and then you can summon. You know what I mean? To make this special year as exciting as possible, as well as to ensure Legends can be played and enjoyed for many more years to come, we are currently hard at work on a massive version update. Here we will explain some of the challenges that Legends is facing with regard to character abilities and effects those abilities have on the battle experience. Okay, nice. The objective: to make character abilities easier to understand, okay, already a W, and return to battles where a variety of elements and distinct character abilities are viable. Okay, it sounds great. Current challenges. Yeah, this is a long newsletter, so we're gonna be here for a while. All right. Since release, we have introduced many different characters in order to deliver unique gameplay experiences. Yes, we know this. However, a large number of characters have abilities that are too broad, and this has damaged the original appeal of Legends battle experience. Okay, I like that. In this notice, we will explain the 3 major issues we have identified and the ways in which we plan to address them. A lot of information will be covered, but we hope you'll read through it when you have the time. Shit, we gonna do that shit right now, Toshi, don't worry. Alright. I've never even heard of this word in my life. What the hell? Homogenization? Or homogenization? Whatever. Of abilities. Yes, Dragon Ball fan, I know I can't read. In past PvP metas, Arts Cardinal Speed Up, Draw Speed Up was a distinct ability usually given to characters who demonstrated strong combo abilities in the original series. On the other hand, Tag Regen characters would have abundant ways to restore their health. In other words, each character had distinct characteristics. Yeah, that's true. If you guys ever fought OG Regen, oh my god, get it away from me. As more and more characters have been added, the number of characters with any given ability has increased. As a result, characters have become more and more homogeneous, making their individual characteristics harder to grasp. I can agree with that. Yeah, that didn't even cross my mind. I mean, not really. I mean, I feel like we've had this discussion before where like every character kind of just feels the same, you know? It's like, oh, the LF DBZ Broly comes out, right? And then the next LF immediately after him, I don't know. I don't know. Like, let's say an LF DBZ Broly from movie 8 comes out, and then immediately after is like a LF, I don't know, Roshi. Like, they're probably going to be the same in the regards of like, oh, they have 70% cut. Oh, on entry they have cover null. Oh, they have some form of type neutral. Like, you know, they kind of feel like they feel the same in that regard. So I can see that. All right. Another example of this is element disadvantage. Okay, I literally just said this. Element disadvantage notification for damage sustained effects, which were only given to a select few units at first. Over time, many characters have started getting these effects, making it harder to enjoy element-based strategies. Yeah, I mean, that is true. Increase in characters with high combo power. They're gonna increase that? No. Okay. Oh no, this is the problem. I just woke up, chat. All right, shut up. The same issue has occurred with special cover change notification and draw speed up effects. Yeah. Well, with combo capabilities continuously on the rise, matches often devolve into one-sided affairs where one player is on the receiving end of a lengthy combo. Yeah, I mean, that happens a lot as of recently, sorry. Some of you can probably recall times when you could only watch helplessly after a single mistake led to a long combo that eventually destroyed your entire party. Yeah. Currently, there are a few opportunities to switch from defense to offense and vice versa, and this has damaged the play experience in battles. Yeah, I 100% agree with that, bro. Especially with now, with like everybody, every character now gets covered on. Every character now has double cardio speed. Every character has these things, and it's just like, oh, I made one mistake. All right, get ready to get comboed for 999 plus. You know what I mean? So it's like, all right. Increase in complexity and length of character abilities. Another result of single characters having such a wide variety of abilities is that the text of abilities has gotten quite long and difficult to understand. That is true. The conditions for activating abilities as well have only been getting more complex. Yeah, I 100% agree with that. If I pull up a character right now from like 20, let me actually do this right now. Let me see, duplicate. Let me actually pull this up, bro. Like a character Cell is probably like the most recent one, so we'll have him as an example, and then we'll do a duplication of like another Cell from like 2019 or something like that. Like let's do, can I do the unzenkai version? Nah, let's choose, let me see, characters. Let's go all the way down, bro. Let's go all the way down, and then we'll pick like the first sparking that we see. This guy, right? This is how long unique abilities were back in the day, bro. They were like one passive. They were literally one line. Now it's like, oh yeah, we got this character, and passives are like, look at this, an essay, dude. Look at this. Yeah, I can see where that's a problem, to be honest. And it is pretty hard for people to understand, for sure. So hopefully they do something like how Dokkan has it, where they have like these bullet points. I would be 100% down for that. All right. They're difficult to parse for players who just started, but we expect they are also difficult for veteran players too. Yeah, sometimes there's a little too much. We consider the cause of both this issue and the aforementioned homogenization to be individual characters having too many abilities. The following sequence has contributed to this. Combo capabilities increase due to special coverage notification, drop speed, etc. Yeah. Hand destruction, key reduction, and other disruption effects increase to combat those combo capabilities. Yeah. And then hand destruction notification, key reduction notification, yeah. All these notifications, similar effects to increase combat to those, yeah, disruption effects. I never really liked the notification thing. Like, I get it if, like, oh, they came in and they had card notification, or like card destruction notification for like 5 counts or something like that, maybe. But then there's characters that just have that shit for like 30, and it's like, alright, bro, like, sure. Another factor contributing to this is that internally we had set a limit of 70% for sustained damage cut effects when deciding character abilities. Oh, okay. This was done to avoid possible confusion about all damage being reduced to 0 if damage cut effects were to exceed 100%. That makes sense, yeah. How sustained damage cut effects work. Oh, they're actually just saying it straight up, okay. Effects cancel out the enemy's inflicted damage up effects. Even if sustained damage cut were to exceed 100%, this would not make all damage received 0, okay. To prevent confusion, we intended to stay under the limit by maintaining defensive abilities with hand destruction and recovery effects instead of more damage cut effects. Yeah, but they kind of drew themselves into that corner where characters are just immune to that. So it's like, you know. Addressing these issues. We plan to gradually implement the following improvements to these issues. Adjustments to combos incorporating steps. Oh, like charge steps and stuff like that. Card draw and key recovery are reduced during step combos, but in order to prevent excessive comboing, increasing that reduction amount is being considered. Interesting. Okay. Adjustments to activation, timing, and length of special cover change notification. Recent characters have already been released with these balances changes in mind. I mean, yeah, Ultra Cells, I feel like is a perfect example. We plan to avoid giving future characters excessive amounts of special cover change notification. Yeah, I mean, that's great. Because I feel like that was one issue, like even, I'm not going to say back in the day, but how do I say this? It was like, whenever something would happen at Legends, they'd introduce like a solution, and then they'd introduce a counter to that solution, and then that would like rinse and repeat. So like, for example, people didn't like getting comboed a while back in the day, so they introduced characters who had cover changes, you know, strike cover change, blast cover change, or something like that. And then after that, they were like, oh, people don't like getting their combo stopped, we're going to choose cover notification. So it's like, you know what I mean? It was one of those things. And then hell, we don't even see that cover changes that often anymore, to be fair. And then specific example, Legends Limited Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta only gets 5 counts of notification. Yeah. I mean, Cell has what, 10? So that makes sense. The special cover change notification effect will not be disregarded. We will continue making adjustments in order to create metas where special cover changes can be used more effectively. Okay. Adjustments to length and activation opportunities for element disadvantage notification. We consider a variety of factors when deciding the element of a new character, but one of the most important is whether specific parties need to give an element. I mean, of course, yeah, like if movies needs like a blue or they need a red, then they'll make them red or blue. However, element disadvantage notification has increasingly been used as a way to ensure characters have competitive abilities if the meta, when they are released, features characters they have an element disadvantage against. Examples of characters released in released into unfavorable metas would be Super Saiyan God Goku and Omega Shenron. I mean, if you guys remember, God Goku dropped with Ultimate Gohan, who was purple, God Goku was green, and then Omega Shenron was green, and then Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta was purple, so yeah. In order to emphasize the fun of building teams around elements, we intend to reduce the length and opportunities to activate element disadvantage notification. Instead, we will adjust more fundamental abilities like damage inflicted damage increases or sustained damage reduction to balance characters. Okay. I like that. Adjustments to disruption and recovery abilities. The limit on sustained damage cut effects was one of the causes for the increase in disruption and recovery abilities, and so it has been removed. Damage cut effects will now be called damage guard. No changes will be made to how they function. Okay. We plan to gradually reduce excessive disruption and recovery abilities in future characters, making up for the difference in more fundamental abilities. Okay. Interesting. I am curious about that. So, specific example where reduced key is by 40 would have been considered previously. This character will instead get reduced key by 20 and higher damage guard values. Huh. I want to see how that works, or like not even how it works. I want to see how that plays out, because as we know, we have like a gajillion characters that are just immune to key reduction. So like this whole thing wouldn't even matter. You know what I mean? So we'll see how that goes. Starting in April, like tomorrow. All right. Characters will have greatly increased values for effects like damage inflicted and damage guard, which is the same damage cut, but their overall power will not be drastically stronger compared to existing characters. Okay. Revisions to ability text. Ability text has become so lengthy that it becomes hard to understand. Yeah. So you'll be addressing that issue, especially Dragon Ball fans. You know what I mean? We can't read, Hoshi. With the goal of making the abilities of future characters easier to read and understand, we are revising the rules for the ability text. We will also be moving excessive explanatory text to the in-game help. Okay, I like that. Ability effects that activate at the start of battle are being moved into a new starter ability section. Okay. So that's like, I might be wrong in this because I don't really play Dokkan that much, but would that be like the intro section? Like, you know, characters in Dokkan have like an intro. Would that be like that? Like, starter ability. I can see that. We plan to consider other solutions, such as turning specific effects into icons. The new ability text is still at work in progress, but here's a sample. Okay. So this is how it was before, where it says like apply buff effect. Oh yeah, cover change, or no, you know, covered on for 3 counts. After nullify special coverage. That's like less than half of this, but you get the exact same message across, which I do like. That's great. I do hope they do genuinely do it like Dokkan, like literally like the bullet points thing, where it's like, oh, damage inflicted, this, damage guard, right, this. No, like, oh, they get damage but like they need to combine the damage inflicted as well. Like, oh, damage inflicted, this on entry, damage inflicted, this. I don't know. I need to see how they do it, to be fair. Summary of planned adjustments. Those are all of the adjustments currently planned. Okay. We will begin to apply them to characters being released in April 2025. Okay, this month. And the number and complexity of abilities will be reduced gradually over an extended period of time. We are doing this gradually to prevent newer characters from being unable to compete against those released before April 2025. Okay. In the current meta, if you were to build a party around the character who is given 200% damage guard in exchange for having little to no combo stopping capability, it is impossible, it is possible you would never be able to stop your opponent's combo. Yeah, I mean, basically I was going to say, like, oh, it's almost impossible to stop the combo. We expect you would simply lose after spending 180 timer counts being comboed by your opponent. I mean, yeah, it has gotten to that point, bro. Especially Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Oh my god, get him away from me. We are making adjustments with the overall meta in mind to ensure characters are not weaker because the number of abilities has been reduced. Ultimately, our goal is to make character abilities easier to understand and to return to battles where a variety of elements and distinct character abilities are viable. We do not intend to make a game where characters compete using only their base stats. Okay. With each new character release, abilities have gotten longer and more complex. By the way, this is the conclusion. As Legends celebrates its 7th anniversary, we're working hard to address this issue and make Legends battles more exciting than ever. Our goal is to make character abilities easier to understand and to return to battles where a variety of elements and distinct character abilities are viable. We fully understand that this will put a lot of pressure on you, our players, as you adjust to these new changes, but we hope we can make it up for it by delivering new and better battle experiences. We humbly ask for your patience and understanding. Our team is hard at work making Legends even more fun so they can be played and enjoyed for many more years to come. As always, we hope you continue to enjoy Dragon Ball Legends, Toshi and Tani. Oh no, Yuka. I like these changes, bro. And by the way, I'm just gonna drop this right now. I know this video is not going to do well because obviously a lot of people just prefer the gameplay stuff. So for the very few of you guys that are actually watching this, especially to this end, we're 15 minutes in here? don't ask how I know this information or anything like that. Just save for anniversary. All right, I'm gonna say that right now. That is it. That's all I'm gonna say. Just save for anniversary. All right. Don't ask. Just save for anniversary. Okay. Anyway, I do like these changes though. I do need to see how they play out for sure, because even if they do all these changes with like, especially like this thing where I was thinking about, like, oh yeah, you know, we're gonna, you know, make it so that they reduce less ki but they have higher damage guard values, but it's like we have characters that are just immune to ki reduction. So like, I mean, I guess higher damage guard values would help, right? It's weird because I feel like reading this, they kind of, I'm not saying they want to revert to how they were, but it kind of reminds me of how they did it back in the day, because I don't know if you guys remember this, but way back in the day, right? I'm talking 2018, 2019, characters would only have like sustained damage cut on like cover. So like, you know, and then, remember back then they didn't have cover changes either. So the one that I remember a lot, this guy. So this is the Zenkai. Okay, yeah, with without. Oh my god, this is without Zenkai. Okay, so this was, I believe, was it early 2019? I think it was early 2019, because if it was either that or early 2020, but it was one of those. I remember that this is the first banner I spent money on, but essentially this is how it was back then for almost every character who had like cut and stuff like that. It would only be implemented from the cover, you know, when you throw them into cover change. That's basically it. That's how it was back then. But now they've made it to where, oh, now they just have the 50% cut permanent. So I do wonder how they're gonna do this. I do genuinely want to see how. I'm very curious. I do feel like this is I don't want to say a big risk. I don't want to say it, especially because the fact that it does sound promising. Don't get me wrong. But if they do mess up, this can be very bad. But I have faith in them. I genuinely do have faith. I do genuinely love when they add a bunch of stuff. All right, like a bunch of new things. I like when stuff's different. So I do have faith in them. This is just kind of like a big, because like, especially if like for somebody like me, right? I've been playing this game for 2018. What is it? 7 years basically. Damn, I'm an unk now. Anyway, like, it's gonna be definitely taking a little bit to get used to, like, oh, damage guard, right, and stuff like that. That's gonna be very different. But I do have faith in them, and I'm gonna tell you guys right now, I have faith in them as well, because I am very curious, man. I do hope they do this correctly. Like this is great. Like, I do like this change a lot. It's kind of the same problem with Dokkan, man. Like, I think there's a Dokkan wiki, but I don't have that shit saved or anything like that. But like I showed you guys beforehand, it's like, oh yeah, you know, we got Ultra DBZ Broly who has, you know, all this, right? And then you compare it to the Broly that I just showed you guys. Like, he has like a fourth of what this guy has. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because like this whole section is Ultra ability. This is main ability. This is unique ability 1. This is unique ability 2. And then you just go to like what I showed you beforehand with the Broly. He didn't actually, even this guy, like, he did not have anything. Like, look at this. Like, this is it. Boom. Main ability transform. Unique ability 1. Like, this is so much easier to read, and it's so much easier for the eyes. So I do hope they do something like this where they just shorten stuff and like not even like take abilities out. It's just like, oh, they just make it shorter and easier to understand. That's basically all I'm really hoping for. But yeah, bro. Like I said, I do look forward to Anniversary. And again, I'm telling you guys right now, save for Anniversary. Don't ask. If you watch this video, just know I told you. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.